Hey guys, Jess here from Triathlon.com, and we've been getting a bunch of questions about the bike, how fast to pedal, what gear to pedal in, and oh, look, here's Davey now. Let's ask him some of the questions. So Davey, how fast should you pedal?
How fast you should pedal on the bike? Well, basically what you want to do is keep a high cadence, which is 90 RPM on the pedals.
How do you know what's 90?
The easiest way to find out if you're pedaling at 90 RPMs is to look at the timer on your bike computer, your speedometer, and just count every 10 seconds you should be pedaling 15 times, and that gets you right at 90 RPM. 14, 15, 16 pedals per 10 seconds. It's close enough.
So what if I'm pedaling much less and it's hard?
Well, the reason you want to keep that cadence is because it's the most efficient way to pedal. And in the sport of triathlon, you're going to have to jump off your bike and go for a run. So you want to leave some energy, some reserves in your legs if you can. So if you're pedaling slower than that, then you want to shift to an easier gear so that you can maintain your RPMs. If you're pedaling faster than that, then you can give yourself a harder gear and you'll actually go faster when you maintain 90 RPM.
Interesting. So what gear should I be in? Should I be in this big gear or the small one, or how do you know what gear to bike in?
Usually on the front chain ring or gear, you'll pretty much stay in the big one until you get to a hill. And then if the hill's gnarly enough, you'll have to downshift in the front. But most of the time you can stay with the big one and just feather the shifter in the back gears.
Cool. So what do you think about looking at triathlon results and seeing what the other people in your age group are biking and trying to keep up with them?
Yeah, well, there's two things about it. One is really, I mean,
clip that helmet. Clip that helmet.
Remember, if you're at a race,
always clip your helmet. Life example.
One cool thing about triathlon is it's just an individual sport. So you are just competing against yourself. Setting a goal time and then trying to achieve it. It is kind of cool to look at other people's results, but it doesn't always matter. I like to compare myself to the winners, and I know that I'll probably never ride that fast, but it's still just fun to see, like, whoa, this guy maintained a pace of 28 miles per hour for the entire 25 miles or whatever the distance is.
Yeah. So, let's say I'm not comparing myself, but I just want to get faster for my own challenge. How do I get faster on the bike and push myself?
Well, once you have your pedaling cadence down, keeping it at 90, that'll become a habit after a while. The way to get faster is just to go faster, meaning you're going to have to train at higher paces to eventually get there. So what you can do is shift to a harder gear and then really fight to maintain your 90 RPMs, and you'll be going faster. Or also find some hills to train on and get on that hill, and you'll have to use your gears to shift down, but just keep fighting to really pump hard and grind at that 90 RPMs, and eventually you'll build enough strength and endurance in your legs where you're going faster and it feels easier.
Cool.
One other thing you can do is set up a little time trial for yourself. Maybe you have like a 10-mile route that's easy to do from your house. Just get out there and see how fast you can do it, and then keep track of your times. Or jump on the trainer and dial in 30 minutes and warm up, of course, first. But see how fast you can go in 30 minutes and keep track and keep trying to push the limit a little bit to get better and better.
So let's say I have a route by my house, but there's no hills. It's super easy. I have a few lights to stop at. Like, I can't go faster or push myself, what would you recommend to do if you don't have a great route that you can push yourself on?
Yeah, that's a good question because, like, sometimes you just don't really have a good place to ride.
Or it rains. I mean, we have thunderstorms predicted all week, so.
Yeah, it seems like every weekend there's a rainstorm
Yeah.
and we can't do our long ride.
So what do you do?
Well, you can try and reschedule as best you can and take your bike, put it on the rack, and drive somewhere. But that's kind of inconvenient. So the two other ways I would recommend is just getting on your trainer if the weather's bad, and doing the same idea on your trainer. Just push the limit a little bit each time, and you'll get stronger and faster every time. And another thing that's really good is join a spin class, because just the music and the motivation and the coach that's there, you always push yourself harder in a group than when you're on your own. So when the trainer gets boring, jump in on a spin class.
Cool. What if you don't have a trainer? Can you just use a stationary bike?
Yeah, you could. You could do that. You'll build strength and endurance on your legs, and you'll get the cardio benefit, but it just doesn't ever feel exactly like your own bike. And you're going to have your own bike on race day. So if you can, get used to riding your own bike.
Yeah, but it's better than nothing, I guess.
Better than nothing.
Yeah, build up that strength. Well, thanks, Davey. I'm pretty excited to try and push myself and get faster and pedal at 90 RPMs. Aren't you?
Yes.
Cool.
Very excited.
Well, let us know if you have any questions to try.com.
That's totry.com.
And happy riding.